Me primary school reader did say it plain. Once you eat a the cascadoo, in Trini you must remain. Cause no matter how far you fly, once you taste it, baby, right here you'll return to die. Since 62, summer head to greener pastures. In the Big Apple, they want a bite. Though for 50 years, we could have gone faster. To build a nation, we have to fight and fight. I love my country. I shall put it away before party, just like Harvey Forrest. Oh no. And I love Trinbago, not Trini to the bone, but the marrow. So when them stormy dark clouds want to threaten white, black and red, tell them tread. Until we get real serious, remove the drugs and all them cokeheads. You see me, I want to see Trinbago moving ahead. I agree, we are still a paradise, built byways to highways, but progress came with a price. Although we excel in culture and sports, along the east-west corridor, our youths they pack up courts. Tell me, what is this great fatal attraction? This love affair that they have with crime. Now one by one they fall a daily extraction. We've got to save our youths while they're in their prime. Teach them to sing.
This is
Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for your continued grace and blessings. Lord, today I ask for clarity that only you can bring. When everything feels noisy, confusing, and overwhelming, your peace is what I seek. Lord, be my center in the midst of the storm. When my mind is consumed with worry and doubt, lead me to your still waters. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Looking for that perfect accommodation? Well, come to Caribbean Tourist Villa, located at number 7 Methuen Street, Port of Spain. All our rooms are equipped with AC, internet, and access to our lovely pool. Whether you're looking for a personal getaway or family accommodations, Caribbean Tourist Villa is exactly the place to be. Enjoy the ambience of staycation, luxurious rooms, and a well-trained staff. Call us now at 623-9164, 797-2858, or contact us at caribbeantourist.villa@gmail.com. Caribbean Tourist Villa, where your magical moments begin.
Welcome to the Big Mike Wellness Center, where your health and wellness is our top priority. We offer services that give you an in-depth understanding of exactly what your body may be going through. Our specialists are dedicated to guide you step by step on your journey to proper health. You can book an appointment via the link in our Instagram bio at bigmike.wellnesscenter, or call or WhatsApp us at 346-2612 or 288-8301.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Hermosa Vista, East Trinidad's newest luxury townhouse development. Developed by Eastern Credit Union and meticulously managed by EPL Properties Limited, this remarkable new commercial and residential community, located along San Pedro Trace in Valencia, offers the perfect blend of convenience and style. Don't miss out on owning your dream home. Visit EPLPropertiesLimited.com or call 225-4375 extension 5324 or 5321 today. Hermosa Vista, where luxury meets convenience.
Welcome to Alicia's Palace, your gateway to relaxation, adventure, and excitement. Nestled in the picturesque Lady Chancellor Hills overlooking Port of Spain, we cater to both tourists and locals seeking an unforgettable staycation experience. Our rooms are designed to provide the utmost comfort, ensuring you have a restful and rejuvenating stay. Pamper yourself in our jacuzzi room or enjoy fun-filled moments in our 2 outdoor pools. You can unwind in our bar and lounge or embark on thrilling island tours and experiences. Planning a wedding or special function? Our 300-capacity event facility is the ideal choice to create lasting memories with your loved ones. You can also choose from exciting packages like single day and overnight packages with your special someone. To book your tropical escape, call us at 624-8553 or WhatsApp 3173843. You can also email us at info@aliciaspalace.com or visit our website at aliciaspalace.com for more details.
Do you suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure, or just in need of a general checkup? Look no further. Visit Batson & Associates Limited, your holistic health experts, for your personalized program of solutions with a range of premium products and services tailored to suit your needs. Come and experience transformative healing with our team of specialists in natural and integrative medicine. Visit us or give us a call today at 222-8261 or 314-9975 and begin your journey to optimal health. And remember, if you think health is expensive, try sickness.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
We, the people want hope. We, the people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country.
Welcome, Trinidad and Tobago. This, of course, is the People's Program. The program that's for the people, by the people, of course, with the people. Ladies and gentlemen, sad news. A police officer was just killed in Sandy Grande police station. Well, let me start the program. At the count of 3, wherever you are, say it with me. Because still we need to love this country, no matter what. We need to come together as a community to save this country, no matter what. And most importantly, we need to respect each other, no matter what. At the count of 3, wherever you are, say it with me. Are you ready, TNT? 1, 2, 3. I love, love, love my country, Trinidad and Tobago. I love the port, free, Port of Spain, the Port of Trinidad and Tobago. I love my country, red, white, and black. I love my country. I love my community. And indeed, I love the street to which I live. Do you love your street? Say it with me. I love my street. And whatever street you're on, make the best of your street. Whatever street you're on, do the best that you can on your street. Whatever street you're on, make sure that you do something positive on your street. It is about love of country, love of community, and of course, love of your street. Paint your wall, fix a hole, do something positive, you know. Form a community watch group, be up in a WhatsApp group, be your neighbor's keeper. Be your neighbor's keeper. Keep it positive, very positive. And if your yard is overgrown, or the neighbors, or the next door, or the park, or the area, and you need somebody to come and take down a tree, or trim a tree, or prune a tree, call in these people. Call in Kevin. Yes, Kevin Tree Cutting and Trimming Services Limited. Call them. They're the best. They also provide transportation. Yes, transportation. They move it when they cut it. If you want it done, you can cut it, put it aside for the government to move. Small amounts, of course. Or if you have big amounts, Kevin will move it for you. That number on the screen, that's their number. Take it down and call them. Call them on 283-0308. That's 283-0308. Call Kevin. Call Kevin. Yes, I say, call Kevin. Kevin will do it for you. Call Kevin, and they will come and do it for you. So Kevin, my brother, do a good job. Continue to do a good job. People call Kevin. Tell him you heard it on the hot seat, and you want to get the best job possible. They will come, take it down, take it away. Inexpensive, affordable, call Kevin. Tree Cutting Services, 283-0308. That's 283-0308. Call Kevin, and you will have your things done. I'm telling you, call Kevin. And after you do all of that, and you want a nice place to stay, then you have no choice but to stay at the wonderful, the beautiful, in such a great location. You come and stay at the decent, respectable Caribbean Tourist Villa in the Woodbrook area. At Caribbean Tourist Villa, you have family. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Wonderful place. Beautiful place. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Come and stay at the wonderful Caribbean Tourist Villa. Give them a call. 623-2802. That's 623. What am I saying? You know, producer, that was Alicia's house number. Where'd that come from? Call them, 623-9164. That's 623 Director, 9164. Call Caribbean Tourist Villa on 623-9164, 797-2858, 797-2858. Of course, you can also call them on 627-5423. That's 627-5423. Or call the manager. Yes, call the manager. The manager number is, listen, are you ready? 271-8435. That's 271-8435. Call the manager. Speak to the manager. Yes, call the manager and get your things done. Call the manager. Call the manager at 271-8435. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Call them. And this is Labor Day coming up. Come and stay. Long weekend, Father's Day. Bring your father. Enjoy. Let him enjoy the ambience. Bring your father. Let him enjoy Father's Day in the pool or the weekend in the pool and just relax. Go on the avenue. Listen, give him a nice treat. Bring him to Caribbean Tourist Villa. Labor Day long weekend special. Book early and you get a 10% discount. Remember, plan your Labor Day long weekend getaway. Yes, it's a getaway at Caribbean Tourist Villa. 797-2858. That's 797-2858. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Call and get your place booked. Get yourself booked. Book your father, book your family, book your friend, book your neighbor, book your group. Come and stay at Caribbean Tourist Villa. And that's 797-2858. That's 797-2858. Or call 9164, 623-9164, or 797-2858. You can also call 627-5423, 627-5423, or call the manager on 271-8435, 271-8435. Caribbean Tourist Villa. Make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really the people's choice. Call Caribbean Tourist Villa and make it the wonderful place to stay. Make it your home away from home. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know football by me? Let me tell you this, director. At my home, we have Rush on cable, so we watching football. But let me tell you about Caribbean Tourist Villa. They call in Digicel because they pay in Digicel about almost $3,000 a month in bills. They pay in Digicel for the best service possible. They tell Digicel they're not seeing the football. Come and check the boxes, make sure everything is all right. They call, the woman said to them, the ladies, I should say, listen, we will send a technician, but he can only check one of your set of boxes. They asked her, why? Because the technician only said one job. But they said, that doesn't make sense. The various units are the same one building. No, you can't do that. They can only check one box. I mean, not one box, but one job. That's one job meaning one, because they have so many boxes and they can only provide about 6 or 7 boxes on each grouping. So they have different groupings there. So they can only come and check one grouping. Madness. Technician came. He checked out the boxes. He said, but I can only check these because this is what the job is. You see those others there? I can't check those because I don't have a job for those. Listen. The technician and all look confused. Can't figure why. But, so therefore, some of the boxes still not checked because you have to pay another $300. I don't know if it's a trick. I don't know if it's highway robbery. I don't know if it's wickedness on Digicel behalf. I'm talking the truth. So our next technician now had to come with the next job order in the same building where this person can come. All right, if you charge them double if you want to make your money and I shouldn't say rob people, and you want to make extra money. But they're paying that $3,000 for most about 15 years. Good customers. But Digicel gets so big, there's not like customer relation service and nothing like that. So they have to call a next technician to come to check out the same building, to check this. My gosh. So now they will be calling and waiting for a next technician to come to check out the other boxes in the same building and pay another $300. But yet, Digicel, a lot of the channels now freezing. Channels that you pay for when you sign up, they're gone. Then, then reduce your money or tell you have to apologize. They can't carry it anymore because they have the contract here finished and you just. So it's as all the rights belong to Digicel and the cable providers. You have nothing you could say. Whether you think freezing and channels not available, cable not available, video not available, that's your problem. If you make a complaint, you might get a small rebate. But beyond that, they know it ain't breaking wrong. They can just give you a rebate, but you have to make a personal rebate. It's wickedness. Wickedness. So I'm asking Digicel to please contact Caribbean Tourist Villa at 623-9164, 627-5423, and please rectify the problem. Please rectify the problem. It's unfair. It's terrible. what's happening. Anybody know people, big people in digital? Tell them what's going on. Ask them to contact Caribbean Tourist Villa. Director, you make me talk to people business on the air. You see? Yeah, you too. Trinidad and Tobago. A police officer was just killed at San Grande police station. Information reaching us is that there is still uncertainty as to why and how he was killed. However, it's alleged that he may have committed suicide. Now, there's a complicated situation that when he had his weapon in his hand, another officer intervened. Now again, it's not too sure if there was a struggle between the both of them for another reason, but another officer intervened when he had the weapon in his hand. That officer was also shot on his leg, and that officer is now in hospital under treatment. The officer in question is now dead. So, up to this point in time, we're not certain if it's suicide or if it was some altercation that arrived and caused the demise of the officer. All we can say is that we express our condolences to the family and friends of the bereaved, of the fallen soldier or officer who is no longer with us. That's all we can do. By the grace of God, may he rest in peace. And if he had given his life to God, rise in glory. But the fact is, we are not certain as to how he was deceased. People say now, how he became unalive. It's a serious situation. In this country, we have too much of these negative things happening. We need to find a way to overcome these negatives. We need to find a way. We need to find a way. We really need to find a way. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Director, since I released the videos with the lions seeking elections, everybody in the country using it now. I'm telling you, we set the trend and people follow, but they never give us credit for the things that we do right here. It is the fact of life. It is the fact of life. So, we see what's happening, and we ask again the Lord God to please protect our nation. So many young children are being killed. So many children under the age of 16 are being killed. And recently there was a funeral for the young child, 12-year-old, who was... Director, take us to just a little of the service, well, at least the arrival of the casket in this very sad. Again, we ask people to be protective of children. Don't take your anger out on children. If you're going to do a crime, please avoid the children. In the first place, avoid doing crime. Please. And look at the situation. Play it with the audio director.
His people, and God himself shall be with them, and they thereon. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Remain standing as we sing. If you have the program, set the sound, when you come it, to wake up the students. You stand as we sing. You have the program, set the sound, when you come it, to wake up the students.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again we express our condolences to the family of this child, the friends of this child. May she rest in peace by the grace of Almighty God, and may she rise in glory. This is what children should be enjoying: their youth, their days as children. They should be enjoying the outside, enjoying their family, enjoying the little outings, and enjoying the things that we used to do in the past, like playing marbles. And it was so nice that police officers stopped in Sealots to play marbles, to take a minute to pitch marbles with the children in Sealots. That was so nice. I compliment the police, because I've been thinking about this whole marble situation for the longest while. I'm now even more motivated to do that which I'm thinking about. Yes. Director, do we have a shot of the police playing marbles with the children? Playing pitch? If we have it, bring it on.
It's how beautiful it is down in the Sealots. Officers playing pitch with the youths and them. Yeah. How are we talking about? You see how much love it still have in the place? Yeah, so don't discriminate all. There's plenty who I love still. Thumbs up.
And that is so beautiful. That's so beautiful. We have to be mindful of our children. We have to protect the children. We have to take care of the children. It is the only way for us to go forward. We need to understand the children in the future. We need to protect them, guide them. Yes, Australia has done it. Now England has done it. Will we follow suit? Something that's good to protect the children from social media? Children are being brutalized, bullied, encouraged to commit suicide and wrong things via social media. Now England has done what Australia has done and have stopped children 16 years and under from social media, at least some of the social media. UK bans under 16 from using social media apps including TikTok, YouTube, and a number of others. You can still use your WhatsApp, but a number of these media, social, that can affect the children's mind. UK, England, the Prime Minister and the government has put a stop to it. Yeah, has put a stop to it. Has put a stop to it. Has definitely put a stop to it. And therefore, we need to understand. We need to understand what's going on, as the case may be. We need to understand what's going on. Can you say it over and over? The director has encouraged me to play this. It is a video with my friend David Mohammed. Look at the whole situation. He is also now the chairman of the National Library Organization of Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, he's head of the Black Agenda, and he was my colleague in the Black Caucus, He is also representative of the Nation of Islam under Louis Farrakhan, and he's very, very, very involved in the community development. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what David Muhammad have to say about the community. Director, because right now, I am telling the nation, if we do not follow my lead of putting country first, if we don't follow my lead, my country, of showing love to country, if we don't follow my lead, my people, of respecting each other of every race, creed, every background, if we don't follow that, we are heading to the point, I'm seeing it as galloping to a point where we shall have a breakdown and there shall be a racial unrest in this country if you do not follow my lead. People go out there and spread, as my disciples spread what I'm saying, what I'm teaching, about people coming together, loving and respecting each other, irrespective of race. Remember I said what I said. Remember I said I have rebaptized the mixture of Indian and African, no longer Dougla. I told you many years now that Dougla was a negative, bad word, and it was given to children who came out of the marriage between African and India. Remember the days of arrival, when the arrivals came, many more Indian men came than Indian women, and the Indian men were getting involved with African women, and the children come out of that were called Douglas, and Dougla was a most negative name. If you understand the whole history of Dougla and of such, we baptize it, we feel good about it, but it was the most negative name, like how you call African people the N-word, or you call Indian people the C-word, that was normally otherwise, but used for negative relations. The Dougla was used that way. I've said it for donkey years, over 30 years, and that's why I came up with the new name for the mixture between Indian and African. The name is, and the name will be, a friend. A friend. When you're mixed between Indian and African, you're no longer a Dougla. You are a friend. A friend. And it's the first three letters of African, first three letters of Indian. AFR, three letters of Indian, IND. AFRIND. AFRIND. Bring them together like a Sesame Street. AFRIND. 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 And you have a friend. A friend. We are now a friend. Let's hear what David Muhammad have to say. Please listen and learn. Director, bring him on.
I am of the view that the recent comments that are being sensationalized by Member of Parliament for Laventille West, Kareem Marcel, provide our society with an opportunity to open an honest discussion on race and ethnicity matters. Part of the problem has been that most of our conversations about racism in particular have not been honest. Therefore, we have seen a tendency in our society to be quicker to condemn talk that highlights racism while we ignore actions that demonstrate racism. And so because of this, institutionalized racism has largely gone ignored or remains invisible. But this is an old problem of Trinidad and Tobago going back for over 100 years. The British used a divide and rule social engineering policy for Africans and Indians to see each other as enemies to one another. In 1961, the Calypso monarch, Dougla, won with his song, Split Me in Two, one parent African, one parent Indian, and that you should split him in two and send him back to each of the two zones. Again, this is something that runs very deep in our society. But the honesty part of it shows that there is actually racial hatred against African people. A lot of it has been published by our researchers, our sociologists, our historians, writers. but still remains a taboo subject to speak about. And many African politicians have deliberately ignored the truth of this, and in some cases even defended it if it meant them maintaining their political power in office. So let's look again honestly at the situation. The national mobility surveys were conducted in Trinidad and Tobago in the 1990s. And in 1991, one particular report with 3,931 participants surveying Trinidadians and Tobagoans on the issue of interracial mixtures in relationships and marriage. 14.4% of Indians objected to their children marrying non-Africans, or marrying non-Indians, but only 2.8% of Africans objected to their children marrying non-Africans. But when you consolidated the data, the largest objection was 31% of Indians objected to their children marrying Africans. Now, this goes back again historically to a time where the Indian population had double the proportion of men to women, and there was an amplified xenophobia and fear of the sexual attraction of Indian women towards African men. So much so that the word Dogla, which is a derogatory term in Hindi Sanskrit, which means bastard child of a prostitute, the Indian community used the word Dogla to describe a half African, half Indian child because they did not consider it to be Indian because of the presence of African blood. As a matter of fact, speak to some of the old people. There was in our society a social culture or a legend where if an Indian woman gave birth to a half African child, she would tell the father that the reason this child came out looking like this was because she saw an African man and was afraid of him or terrified by him, and then the child therefore came out with African features. And that was an explanation for mixed race children in the early 1900s in our society. There's an article that appeared in the Express newspaper May 16, 2005 by Wayne Bowman entitled Dogla Dilemma, which quoted a academic educator, Dr. Elizabeth Rosabelle Susaran, saying, quote, the Indian community has to decide how to handle the offspring of this significant group. Basically, do we accept them because they're half Indian, or do we reject them because they're half African? Another article, March 18th, 2015, Express newspaper highlights a board member of the Chaguaramas Development Authority, I won't name him here, who on April 12th, 2014 referred to African official individual as a stinking N-word. Highlights a post in one of the rare occasions where the mainstream media dealt with issues like this, September 15, 2013. This individual, a Mr. Leila Darsing, posted in a closed political group about a protest. He said, each of us in this group should target 5 people to attend a protest. And he said, my pick would be the niggers. He described them as, he said they're pushy enough, they're gullible enough, and it would not take much to sway them. It would also make the look of our party more balanced. Now, you'll notice that these are educated people. In our community, in the African community, many times if you hear that kind of language, it's based on illiteracy and ignorance. But here you have university scholars and professors, you have executive persons, politicians, making these kinds of remarks. And there has been a long track record highlighted by professors and sociologists, people like Professor Selwyn Ryan, Professor Selwyn Cudjoe, Dr. Bridget Brereton, in my own PhD research of a long track record of racism by Indian teachers against African school children. Some of the reports were from Happy Hill Hindu Primary School, the Oropouche Government Primary School, Tunapuna Hindu School, San Fernando Girls Government Primary School, Tranquility Government Secondary School, numerous occasions of Indian teachers telling African children some of the most disgusting and despicable things about their skin color, about their communities, about their parents, about their worthlessness as black people. School teacher in St. Mary's College referring to children as black and stupid, and then correcting herself saying, but once they're black, they're automatically stupid, so that's like an oxymoron. We have endured this consistently, continuously, non-stop. There is a track record of it that seems not to be changing as rapidly as it should be, simply because we have not honestly confronted the problem. So when I see a young man who's a member of parliament speaking in the way that he did, I think to myself, Almighty God, Allah, in the Holy Quran says that Allah hates the utterance of hurtful speech, except in a matter where an individual has been wronged. As a Muslim, we condemn hurtful speech. But worse than the hurtful speech is the action that would have led up to it. And if you ignore the action but condemn the speech, that also makes you a hypocrite. Because if we truly want to solve the problem, we have to solve it at its root, beloved.
Did you understand what was said? Did you understand the history, the hurt, the pain? Do you understand what the African community continued to endure? From slavery to now, the struggle has continued in the African community. And most importantly, the problem exists because at the end of the day, it is about all of us understanding our own responsibility. We need to come together as a people and fix the problems that exist. We need to come together and understand that we cannot fight down each other. We cannot destroy one another. It is not good for the country. And if you think that one group will prevail over the next group, you are making a sad mistake. Because at the end of the day, it will not prevail, because that will cause the destruction of our nation, something to which I'm very concerned about. I've been talking about this for the longest while, hoping that people understand at the end of the day what makes sense in this land and what does not for the future of our country. I'm hoping that with this and the remarks I'm making, that people understand how dangerous it is to continue along the road of destruction, to continue along the road where we can go into total annihilation. Because if that true fight down takes place, it will not be an easy thing. It will not be an easy thing. I'm urging, I'm beseeching, I'm asking, let's all be careful. Let's all understand the dangers that we face. And don't feel that, what the African went through to now will continue. Don't feel that this will continue. Now, one of the greatest problems, I will tell you this, one of the greatest problems in the African community, I tell you without a doubt, is the African community. Fighting each other and not uniting at all. That's one of the greatest problems. There was a time for Africans not to be able to voice during slavery. They were muzzled. Not just muzzled in terms of instruction or being beaten. They created metal devices to keep Africans muddled. Director, as you look at what is on the screen, this is actually what was created. This is some of the things that African people went through. You have not seen the full brutality of what African people went through. You haven't seen it. And I pray God that this never reoccur. I pray God that we open our hearts and see what it is and how things have been and how things are. Let's look at a little history part 2. In terms of Trinidad, where the African community has always stood up. From the days of 1834, slavery, back in the day, before it was repealed, to the Black Power Revolution, and to other times, even including the trade union movement, African people have stood strong. Let's not fight each other down. Let's not turn this country into a race war. Please, I beg of you. Director, let's look at a little of the history of Trinidad. Let's look at it.
Kwamina, a respected enslaved man, likely of Akan descent, a strategist, a warrior. His allies, Atiba, the spiritual leader, and Obeahman, and Jean-Baptiste, a Maroon fighter trained in guerrilla warfare. Together, they dared to challenge the empire. They struck at night, attacking plantations, rising against the colonists, determined to break their chains. But the colonists answered with horror. The rebellion was crushed in days. Troops, militias, and even some free men of color joined the suppression. What followed was psychological warfare. Kwamina was captured, hanged, then quartered. His body parts displayed on plantations as a warning.
This is a little. And the problem exists because there's no unity in the African community. I don't like you, boy, because you're a UNC. Oh, I'm to you. I don't like you, boy, because you're a PNM. Oh, I'm to you. I don't like you, boy, because you're a TPP. I don't like you, boy, because you're a Christian. I don't like you, boy, because you're a Muslim. I don't like you, boy, because you're Orisha. I don't like you, boy, because you're none of the above. We just find ways to fight down one another. I don't like you, boy. I have a PhD. I have a business. I live in an affluent area. So these are just some of the stupidity that cause our community to be last on the economic, financial scale. Let's hear what this UNC activist, I'm not sure if I know he was a big activist of the UNC, Mr. Tabaquite. Let's hear what he has to say about the situation in the African community from UNC activist, Mr. Tabaquite. Bring it on, Director. Bring it on.
Who have the rights to speak for the African community? The African community of themselves in Trinidad and Tobago is destroying the African community. Politicians, intellectuals, influencers, radio hosts, TikTok, you name it. The African community is in crisis in Trinidad and Tobago. From the time of slavery till now in Trinidad and Tobago, We live in the worst time in the history of African people in Trinidad and Tobago. The other races is not destroying the African community, but the African of themselves is destroying the African community. And all this talk about race, racism, race baiting. Look what's happening in the African community. African people, take a look in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror, the billion-dollar question, who is destroying the African community? Every day is talk, talk, talk. Who is the best influencer? Who could pull the best program? Who is the best TikToker? Who is the best radio host? Who is the best politician? Who is the best MP? Who is this? Who is the greatest attorney? And when we look at the other communities, they're way ahead of us. The African community is to the bottom of the barrel. And whether we like it or not, that's the fact. In the African community, jealousy, envy, hatred, unaliving, and anything that is negative, that is in the African community. Let me say this. United we bargain, divided we beg. And if we can't come together as a people, and we're waiting on politicians to deliver us, I am saying, God help us. But the problem in the African community is the African of themselves. I thank you. Share this live.
You heard what the UNC activists said about the African community, that we are our own worst enemy. Is it true or is it false? Sometimes the fight down doesn't come from outside the community. Look all over, all the fights is African fighting African, beating African, because we bad, we vex. What causing that? And yet we still have these troubles, these struggles that those who are ancestors fought through in the hands of others to bring us to this point where we now can achieve anything we want to achieve in life. We have the freedom to do it, but yet some of us find the time mainly to fight on one another. I just don't like you, boy. My blood don't take you, boy. Note I'm emphasizing the word boy. Because that's how we see each other, some of us. Who is Harvey Boris? Who is Jack Warner? Huh? Who? Who is the commissioner? I am against the way people pull down Alexander. I talk about the Minister of Homeland Security. I'm against this way, trying to make the man look like an illiterate and all that. I'm against that. Is this the same African fighting African? I don't agree with everything he does, don't get tired. But this way to pull down and to denigrate and pull down to the ground, I'm against that. For instance, look at this African woman was killed in America, and she was innocent just because she was African American. Years ago, back in the day. Director, bring it on.
In 1945, the state of Georgia strapped a black woman to the electric chair. Her name was Lena Baker, a mother, a maid, a survivor. She killed a white man who had kidnapped, raped, and beat her. She told the court it was self-defense. He was going to kill her. But in Jim Crow, Georgia, a poor black woman's word meant nothing. 12 white men sentenced her to death in one day. She begged for her life. They didn't care. She was electrocuted to death. 60 years later, decades too late, they quietly admitted the truth. She should have never been convicted. She should have never been executed. She should have never been treated like she didn't matter. This is America's pattern. They kill us, then clear our names long after the grave has closed. Lena Baker deserved justice in life, but like too many, she only got it in death.
She only got justice in death. Are you hearing that? She only got justice in death. And that's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, are we still carrying the chains? Are we still pulling each other down? Racism sometimes starts from our own selves. Sometimes we have reverse discrimination. We discriminate against we. It's not easy. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is at the end of the day. I pray, God, that those who are our leaders understand what we are facing. Because we have gone through 400 years of trauma. And we must bring it to an end. We must stop the trauma. We must stop the situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it at that. And just to put it on the screen, the police officer, I'm getting the news story in respect to what happened to the police officer and where it exactly occurred. Director, put it on the screen as we close the program today. Put it on the screen as we close the program today. I hope the program touched everybody's hearts so that we can look at each other better. Police officer commits suicide in East Trinidad. Reports reaching JS News states that the police constable ID'd as Johannes Joseph just committed suicide by shooting himself in his head. Sources further state that the projectile, which is the bullet, ricocheted and hit another officer, injuring him. And this is reported took place at Madusing settlement, Sandy Grande. Both officers is said to be attached to the IATF. TNT, join me tomorrow 4:30 for another hot seat. Live to love, love to live, and let the rest of your life be the best of your life. Take care of your health. And remember, whoever you love them with all your heart. Let no distractions or distractions come between you. I love my country.